and welcome back. I'm Beth for anyone who hasn't met me on here before, and today we've got a PowerFlow class. We will be focusing on the hips, both inner and outer, and I really love hippie type classes because mine are always super tight from all the other activity that I do, and it's a really great way I find to balance out that activity, and maybe you'll feel the same way too. So let's get started in a hip opening posture. We'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana as our preparation posture. And that's coming onto the back body, bringing the whole back body down on the ground, letting the feet meet each other on the mat and the knees drop out wide. But if that's not comfortable for you, you could take any other pose that is. You might just bring your feet to the edge of the mat and let your knees knock in together up towards the sky, or you could just take your legs long. So find something that works and then start to close down your eyes. As always, we use just a little bit of space and time here to prepare for the practice and become really present in this space. So you might first just like to do a bit of scan around your body. Just noticing how it feels now. If there's any particular points of tension. And then seeing what you can do to release any tensions that you find there. Always a great way to do that, and the way we always do that in yoga is by focusing and harnessing the breath. So when you're ready to deepen your breath, let's aim for a really long exhale here at the start of the class. So when you inhale next time, count the inhale, see what it is, and then try and exhale just a bit longer on the way out. So if your inhale is the count of 4, then you're aiming for an exhale for the count of 6 or more. When you draw that breath in, make sure it's entering your whole body, so it's like it's filling your whole body up there. It's a full body breath. And when you exhale, let everything release, and at the same time, can you let everything else that's not needed here go. Long, deep breaths, counting out your pattern, the one that works for you today, and letting that count help your awareness and your attention remain right here, right now. And we'll come through 5 more rounds of your breath count. Again, thinking about how each breath draws your energy in on the inhale and releases anything that's not needed here on the exhale. Coming through the last round of breath here now. And when that breath is finished, you can start to bring your knees up towards each other and find your way to a seated. So you might like to bring knees in towards the chest first, hug them in, a little bit of gentle compression and perhaps a little rock side to side. That could feel good there. And then when you're ready, you start to find a little rock and roll on the back, just a couple of times, until you find yourself in a seated position. And from here we'll take, if we can, the legs stacked. So you take the left leg on top, left knee on top of right foot, left foot on top of right knee. Or if that's too much for you, you just take the left leg just down in front. So it's like a cross-legged position, but the left leg is just sitting in front. And from here we'll take a twist. So take the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale nice and tall, and then exhale, twist towards the back of the room. Stay for one more deep breath in, and then exhale to release. Let your spine reach up towards the roof, inhale, and then on the exhale, let's find a forward fold with the legs as they are. So they're either stacked or the left leg, again, is just sitting out in front. And you might notice how with this shape in your legs, you start to feel a gentle, or maybe it's a bit more than gentle, stretch and opening in the outside of your left hip. Let's stay here for 3 more deep breaths. And when those 3 breaths are complete, come up to center and we'll swap sides. So you either just take the right leg just out in front, or you stack the legs. So right foot sits on left knee, right knee on top of left foot. And then you inhale nice and tall, you take the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind, and then twist around on an exhale breath, looking towards the back. Stay here for another breath in. And then on the exhale, release. We'll fold again in this shape. So an inhale tall, and then an exhale to walk your hands forward as you find a gentle fold. Let's stay here for 3 more deep breaths. When those 3 breaths are complete, come up to the center and we'll find our way onto hands and knees. But from there we're going to child's pose. So take the knees wide, sit the hips back into your child's pose. This time we'll tent the fingers, so come up onto the fingertips and really press your hips back towards your heels as you find a little rounding through your back, pressing your fingertips into the mat, using them to help guide your body back towards your hips. We'll stay here for another deep breath in, and then on the exhale, take your right arm underneath, thread it towards the left. Stay up on the tented fingers of the left hand and just find a gentle twist here in this child's pose. One more deep breath in, and then exhale to unwind. Come back to center, take an inhale, and then exhale, thread the left arm over to the right this time. Keep pressing the hips back. One more deep breath in, and then exhale back to center. On your next inhale, come up onto all fours. Take a deep breath in, spread your fingers out nice and wide, tuck your toes, lift your hips on the exhale, find downward facing dog. Start to pedal out your feet or whatever movement you like to take here in downward facing dog is fine with me. So just an opportunity to start to warm your body up in the way that suits you today. You might like to take some movement in the hips, more movement in the feet. Totally up to you. And we'll do that for another 2 rounds of breath before we come to a stationary down dog where the heels start to search for the mat. Always thinking though here about guiding the chest closer towards the thighs. Good, and from here we'll come into the first high plank. So we'll ripple the body forward, Stacking the shoulders over the wrists, heels lifted up on top of the toes. And it's always an option here to drop to the knees, but if you can stay up, then do. This is where we'll start to build some heat in the body. And we'll hold it here, pressing the earth away, creating a little rounding through our upper back, letting the crown reach forward, heels reach back, a strong line of energy there through the body. One more deep breath in, then on the exhale, come back to a downward facing dog. And we'll do that a few times. So inhale, let's ripple forward, find your high plank, strong position. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale, and then exhale, downward facing dog. 3 more times like that. Inhale, ripple forward, find your high plank. Exhale here. Another inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale, ripple forward. Hold it for the exhale. And the inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time here. Inhale, ripple forward. Hold it for the exhale. And the inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. This time on the inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step, hop or walk forward to the front of the mat. Find a short forward fold. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. Lengthen the spine out towards the front of the room, neck in one long line, roll the shoulders back. One more breath in, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, inhale, come all the way up, rolling the body up, reaching the hands up towards the roof, and then exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Breathe in for a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. From here, let's come through a vinyasa, coming forward on the in-breath, and then we'll lower for the first time, a really slow lowering. So we'll lower for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We hit the mat. Let's take a cobra. Lift the chest, squeeze the elbows in towards each other. Tops of the feet on the mat, gaze just forward. Stay here for another breath in. Exhale, release down. Now we'll press up through plank or knees to find a downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Step, hop or walk forward to the front. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach for the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Now just a normal vinyasa, forward on the in-breath. Exhale to lower all the way to the mat for cobra or halfway down for upward facing dog. Then you take the back bend of your choice on the in-breath and find downward facing dog on the out-breath. Then we inhale onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, step, hop or walk forward to the front. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Come through vinyasa on the in-breath forward. Exhale to lower. Back bend, breath in. Down dog, breath out. One more time like that. Inhale onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Step, hop or walk forward. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach for the roof. Exhale, hands through heart center. Forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward high plank. Exhale to lower. Back bend, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Take a deep breath in here and a long breath out. Another one like that, deep breath in and a long breath out. On the next breath in, take your right leg high, find a three-legged dog, and hold it here for a couple of breaths. You might even like to open up the hip, bringing the heel towards the back side and the knee towards the roof. Pressing weight evenly between your hands. Keep your shoulders nice and steady and level. One more deep breath in. And then on the exhale, bring knee towards the chest. Step the foot through in between the hand. And then ground your back knee. So we come into a low lunge here. And take the back foot, the back foot flat to the mat and start to drop into your lunge. So you're pressing through the right foot there, and we'll take the hands to the sky. Staying here for a deep breath in. And then on your exhale breath, see if you can come a little bit deeper in your lunge as you cactus the arms and open the chest. So when I say cactus the arms, you're sort of squeezing the elbows and the shoulders back towards each other. And you're opening through the chest as you drop deeper into the hips. Stay for one more deep breath in and an exhale out. As you inhale next time, lift the arms up and come slightly out of your hips so that you can tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and on an exhale, come to a low arrow by leaning the upper body forward, reaching the arms back. And we let strength build in the legs here. As we press into both feet, weight is even between. One more deep breath in and an exhale out. As you inhale next time, come up to a crescent lunge. So lift the arms up towards the roof. Legs stay pretty much where they were. But you might like to think a little bit more about positioning the hips here, guiding the left forward, right back. Take one more deep breath in, and then we'll come through pretty much the same thing what we did in low lunge. So on an exhale breath, cactus the arms, open the chest, and see if you can come a little bit deeper into your hips in this lunge. Stay for another inhale and an exhale. Next inhale, come up a bit, reach for the sky, and then on your exhale, we'll open wide to find a warrior two. Bringing the back foot parallel with the short edge of the mat and pressing into the knife edges of the feet, can you settle into this wide hip opening pose? Staying for another breath in and a breath out. On your inhale, we'll come up to a three-point pose, so hands meet above the head, and start to pivot the feet so the heels are just inside of the toes. Take another deep breath in. Then on the exhale breath, we'll find a goddess squat. So that's where you start to sit your hips down and you encourage your knees to press back as your hips come forward. Coming as low as you can, maybe taking a little bit of movement here if that feels good when we've got a few breaths to feel into this shape. Perhaps swaying from side to side. Maybe coming just a little bit deeper. Take one more deep breath in and an exhale out. When you inhale next time, rise back up to three-point, hands meet above, legs straighten, and then exhale, pivot the feet back to find warrior two, gaze over the front hand. A deep breath in and an exhale out. As you inhale next time, reverse your warrior, reach for the back of the room, stay deep in the front leg. Exhale, hands to the mat. Let's find a downward facing dog. Breathe in to come forward, high plank. Here's your vinyasa. Exhale to lower. Back bend, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Take a deep breath in. And an exhale, maybe even sighing it out. One more like that, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. And then the left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Again, your option is to open up the hip if you like, bringing the heel towards the backside, knee towards the roof. Always thinking about pressing weight evenly between the hands here. One more deep breath in, perhaps lift the knee or foot a little bit higher. And then exhale, knee towards the chest, step the foot through. Ground the back knee, back foot becomes flat on the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. we find our low lunge here. One more deep breath in, and then on the exhale breath, cactus the arms, open the chest, just like on the other side. Drop a little bit deeper if you can into your lunge. Feeling the hips start to open. One more deep breath in, and an exhale out. As you inhale next time, come a little bit out of the hips as you lift up. Then tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, start to lean forward, guide your arms back. Let's find a low arrowhead on a breath out. Holding it here, building heat, strength through the legs, gaze is down. One more deep breath in, and an exhale out. As you inhale next time, crescent lunge, reach the arms up, stay in the legs. Good, one more deep breath in, and then exhale. Can you come deeper as you open your chest, cactus your arms? Good, hold it here, deep breath in, and an exhale out. As you inhale, come up. As you exhale, open wide, warrior two. Opening obviously to the opposite side this time. Maybe you notice a little difference to the other. Taking stock of that, another deep breath in and an exhale out. Inhale, let's come up to 3-point, bringing the heels to the inside of the toes, preparing with an in-breath, and then exhaling, coming down into our goddess warrior squat. Again, a little bit of movement here might feel good for you this time, this round, where we have a few extra breaths in each shape. So play around with what works for you in this space. We'll stay for one more inhale and an exhale. The inhale will then lift you up to a 3-point pose, and the exhale opens you to a warrior two. Stay in the legs, reverse your warrior, reach for the back with the left hand. And then on the exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. From here, a vinyasa, forward on the in-breath, exhale to lower. Back bend breath in, down dog, breath out. Let's take a deep breath in and an exhale out. One more like that, deep breath in and an exhale out. And now we flow one breath, one movement. So inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the chest, step the foot through between the hands. Drop the back knee, inhale, rise up, low lunge. Exhale, cactus the chest, come deeper into the hips. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, low arrow, lift the back knee, reach the arms back, lean forward. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, reaching for the sky. Exhale, deepen the lunge as you open the chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, open wide, warrior two. Breathe in to find a 3-point pose, hands meet on top, heels in, exhale, sit down, goddess squat. Inhale, squeeze the back side as you come all the way up. Exhale, open wide, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Breathe in, forward, high plank. Exhale to lower. Back bend, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest, step the foot through. Drop the back knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, come deeper into the hips. Inhale, lift the arms, come slightly out. Exhale, low arrow, lift the back knee, reach the arms back, chest down. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift the arms up. Exhale, cactus, and deepen your lunge. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, 3-point pose, bring the heels in. Exhale, sit low into your goddess squat. Inhale to come up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Breathe in to come forward, high plank. Exhale to lower. Back bend, breath in. Down dog, breath out. One more time each side. Right leg lifts in breath. Exhale, knee to chest, step the foot through. Back knee drops. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, open the chest, drop the hips. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, low arrow, lift the back knee, lean the body forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open the chest, drop the hips. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, 3-point pose. And exhale, goddess squat. Back to 3-point on the in-breath. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, breath in. Down dog on the breath out. Vinyasa is here. Forward inhale. Exhale, lower. Back bend, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Last time, left leg lifts, breath in. Exhale, knee to chest, step the foot through. Drop the back knee. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, open the chest as you drop the hips. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, low arrow, back knee lifts, upper body forward. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach the hands. Exhale, open the chest as you deepen the lunge. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, 3-point pose. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, 3-point, we return. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior on the in-breath. And exhale, hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale to lower. Back bend, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. One more like that, deep breath in and a long exhale out. Inhale onto the toes, exhale, bend the knees, step, hop or walk forward to the front of the mat. Find a forward fold. Stay here for a breath in and a breath out. Next, inhale, roll your body up to standing, lift the hands up to the roof. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Lift your right knee up. We're coming to a standing pigeon. So start to bend your left knee. Let your right leg sit on top of your left. So just above the right ankle will sit just above the left knee. And you'll start to sit down into the hips as deep as you can as you keep your chest forward, gaze forward, finding stability through that grounded left standing foot. And we'll stay here for another 5 deep breaths. So for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then start to lift up. Lift the knee, drop the foot back down. Inhale the hands to the sky. Exhale, find a forward fold. 2 breaths here. And after the second exhale, inhale, rise up. Roll the body up, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift the left knee. Start to bend the right as you sit down into the other side, crossing the left leg over the right this time. Again, chest is lifted, gaze is forward, and you come down as low as you can. You feel that nice juicy stretch on the outer hip there. And we'll stay here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 before we lift up. drop the foot. Inhale, hands to the sky. And then exhale, let's dive down, find a forward fold. With your hands on the ground, just start to heel toe your feet out to the edges of the mat. And then sit all the way down into your Malasana yogi squat. It would be kind of weird to do a hip opening class without a Malasana. So here we are. It's also probably my favorite of all poses. And one that we won't be in for very long because we're coming to perhaps a more intense hip opening pose now as our last one. And that is frog pose. So you might like to turn on your mat so that you're facing the long edge. And we'll bring our knees out as far as we can, away from each other with the hips in line with the knees there. Then you walk your arms forward, come down onto the elbows if that's available for you, and find a space where you can settle in for a few breaths here. So this can be quite intense, and if it's too much for you, then you could always come into a happy baby pose. That's a nice option where you're lying on your back, feet towards the roof, you take hold of your feet. Wherever you are, we'll stay for a few breaths, or a few more than a few breaths, but enough time to really make the most of this shape. And it's in these postures where we spend a little bit longer that the breath can be really useful to help us release. So seeing if you can use it intentionally now to help you stay and to soften. So you use the inhale to draw the energy of the breath into the body. Perhaps it finds a place where there's tension and tightness, and on the exhale breath you can soften and let go. And we've got 5 more deep breaths here in this pose. And when those 5 breaths are complete, just start to walk your knees back in towards each other. You might feel a bit of sensation there now. And we'll end with a closed leg child's pose. So bringing knees together underneath you, letting your head drop down towards the mat, arms reach back towards the feet. And if it's available for you, your forehead will rest there on the mat. And here you find a nice little pose for closing in and becoming really centered. So this is your final posture for this class. And I invite you to spend a bit of time here just connecting in or back in with yourself, staying connected in with yourself. As always, 10 breaths is what we recommend as the minimum. But if you'd feel more comfortable on your back body with a little bit more space to breathe, then find a Shavasana. Or maybe it feels good for your back to be in this shape for a little while and you take your breaths here. Anyway, that's where I'll leave you for today. So I hope your hips are feeling good after that class. I know mine are feeling just a bit better. And I will see you again next week. Bye for now.